Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. Welcome to your reading for this week. We are going to take a look at what is the next best step for you now that we've gotten through those eclipses. We've had that new moon that happened in Taurus that was really about making a very long-range plan. And so when you have a plan that is that long range, it's good to have a first step. And so we're going to take a look at what that is for you. So you have limitations, inspire innovations. So whenever I see that phrase, that means that there's something that in your life, and you've been definitely aware of it lately. It's kind of like been a stop, a block. It's been something that you've really probably been focused on a lot over the last 6 weeks or so. Well, Mercury has been retrograding since Mercury rules your sign, and just in general, it's going over those same places that we've been getting so much. We've been getting so much work out there in Taurus. And so I think you're well aware of whatever this is. So wherever there has been this block, this stop, this limitation, you're being asked to get into your higher heart. This color right here, this turquoise, I'm always in the right place at the right time with the right people, the right opportunities, the right situations, right? And so it's that energy of you can be in the right place with the right mindsets. And so there's a need to really focus in on that. And so we have the card of justice, the card of balance, bringing things back into karmic balance. This is not the world's justice. This is the cosmic, karmic, everything actually balances out energy. And so sometimes we don't find the balance from the situation that we're in, but we will find it in a situation that will all balance out eventually. So you actually have really amazing cards here. You are undergoing a major transformation, and so let's get into what I'm seeing here. Here we have the Eight of Swords here in the heart center. And so please excuse the little glitches that go on. I clearly have a computer that's dying, so hang in there with me. We're going to work this out. Okay, so Eight of Feathers, courage and solutions. It is the mouse. And so feathers is the swords here, okay? And so it's thoughts. It's really your thoughts, and the thing about it is it feels like it's like this big problem that you're trying to solve. You're trying to figure out the answer, and the mouse says to pay attention to the small details, to focus on it, to nibble away at, to work at around the edges sometimes to get to the middle, break it into bite-sized pieces. And so this innovation, right? This limitations inspire innovation. So you're not really trapped. You just need to find a new solution, a new way through what's going on. And definitely there's been something because you're coming out of the Three of Feathers, the Three of Swords here. And this moth says release and recovery. So there is a situation that you've been feeling a little trapped. There's a need to release, to set yourself free from your mind doing all this work and everything. And I think that now that Mercury is moving direct, it's definitely going to help. It takes a little while to pick up speed. Doesn't clear its shadow. Doesn't clear its shadow until June 1st, I believe. And so a couple more weeks of it just trying to get up to speed. It does, however, this week get out of the storm, which means it's starting to move more at the pace that it generally does. And your ability to think a little clearer will be helpful, but again, it's about looking for solutions, not worrying about a problem. In the area of transformation, you have the card of transformation. It's the Katydid here, and it reminds us that everything is cyclical in nature. So it's called transition and liberation. So there is freedom coming. Freedom is going to be done through your own effort of the bite-sized pieces, of thinking creatively around a problem, of innovating how you solve whatever the situation is that you're in. In the heart space, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the recent past. This is change and possibilities. It's actually in the House of the Mice, which is the small things that are delaying, creating issues. And so there has been a delay in the Wheel of Fortune moving. Again, Mercury in retrograde was not helpful to Mercury ruled signs. It wasn't helpful to all of us, but definitely not for you, right? In the area of what has been the struggle, it is the victory. We have the Six of Wands. It's the elk, and the elk reminds you that you are supported, that Spirit has got your back. This is leaning into your intuition. That's where Spirit, all those antlers up there. This is standing tall and standing proud. This is success and triumph that comes from your forward-leaning thinking and connecting in with Spirit and asking for the help that you need. It has felt like a struggle, but you will overcome it. I am certain of that when I look at everything else that you have going on here. In the area of resources, you have a lot more going than you think. You have the Six of Crystals, which is synergy and gratitude. That means that there is a balance. Again, we have this card of justice, the balance. There is a balance that's coming into play here in the area of resources. Resources is your time. Resources is your emotional, physical, mental, spiritual energy. It is the resources of your ideas and your skills and the things that you've learned. And so sometimes it's about mentoring others. Sometimes it's about receiving mentorship. Sometimes it is actually about finances and the give and the take of finances. But it's either time, money, or knowledge and wisdom is generally what I think of when I get this energy resources card. And so there's something here that there's some synergy. There's a need to find the balance. There is synergy is when things just seem to magically work together. And so I think that is going to start falling into place for you. In the heart space, moving forward, intuition and inspiration, the Page of Shells, it is a little frog. It kind of looks like a little tree frog to me, but he's on a lily pad there, I think. So, 1, don't be afraid to take that leap of faith. 2, there's a cleansing energy. Frogs to me are about this emotional cleansing. And so as you take this leap of faith and you move forward on something, it is an emotional release. It's an emotional letting go. And if you feel the need to cry it out, because stuffing our emotions down in actually leads to dis-ease or disease. There's a lot of things that come from it that is not beneficial or useful to our body. Our body will have to release that energy somehow. And so that's why crying is great. But if you're not one of those, you're like, yeah, no, I'm an air sign, I don't do that. Go for a run. Or use, in this past week, yours was the one. Yeah, okay, so Gemini, we've talked about how using your breath is going to be really important. It's something moving forward that they really keep bringing up. And so there's this need to use breath work to release the energy. Because, again, trapping the energy doesn't work for you. So if you don't want to cry, that's fine. But because of this Page of Shells here, I feel like it might be the easiest, quickest way to release that energy. But also in the moment, taking a pause, taking a breath. Big inhale in, just bringing in clear energy, and exhaling, because so often we get stuck in ourselves, and then also we'll realize we are kind of holding our breath, right? So it's that letting it out and just recentering yourself and allowing your mind to be clear. So that's something you could do in every moment when something is going on. Wow, you have soul retrieval. Okay, in the area of what action to take, we have the 8 of Pentacles, right? So it was a Taurus new moon. It's this moving forward energy. Taurus is slow and steady and determined and gets to where it's going. And in this case, it's going to take about 6 years to get to where it's going. And so it says dedication and progress. So the dedication and progress is to creatively solving some sort of problem or situation where things have been out of balance. The opportunity for balance is coming in. The opportunity for karmic justice and rebalancing is happening. And when I see the soul retrieval card here, I can tell that you are calling back the pieces and the parts of you that you have lost. Across timelines and lifetimes, we're stepping into our power. That's part of this karmic cleansing that's going on. But even where things have been triggering to you here, and you've maybe given too much of yourself away, where things were not really in balance, like the 6 of Pentacles suggests, where you've been maybe giving more than you've been receiving, or the other way around. When I say soul retrieval, it's more likely you've been giving more than you've been receiving in some aspect, maybe at work or in a relationship. There's something where there's been a disbalance, an imbalance, I should say, something a little out of whack. Soul retrieval is going to allow you to bring that back in, but it's going to take practice. It's going to take you learning how to use that 2-letter sentence that is no. It is you saying, no, I can't do that. No, that I'm unavailable for that. So however that works, right? You have to find the words that work for you that doesn't necessarily cause disruption in all of your relationships, but it definitely is you saying, these are my boundaries, right? And so this is carefully moving along the pathway. It looks like a narrow path. that leads to great reward. And I know that because you have the 10 of crystals or the 10 of pentacles as the energy to anchor yourself into. So the 10 of crystals is about having it all, right? It is emotionally satisfying. It's financially satisfying and rewarding. There's this, like, it's having it all, right? An opportunity to create a legacy. This says stability and attainment. So what we have is a crocodile. So the thing about a crocodile is it goes for its prey, and then it will it's very opportunistic, right? So it doesn't have to be hungry to get something. It notices it, it takes it, and it drags it underwater, and it puts it in its I think it's called a den, but I'm not really sure. But what it is this kind of like a refrigerator. It's a dam that they've made out of mud and sticks and everything, and they'll put it up in there for safekeeping. It can't float away. It's really hard for anyone else to get to it. And they put it there, and then when they're hungry, they go to the refrigerator and get a snack, right? And so that is so if you ever get caught by a crocodile, hold your breath, try not to fight too much so that you get all torn up and bloody, and hopefully he's not hungry right then, and you might get a chance to escape if you can keep your mind clear. And I feel like that is kind of how you're feeling right now. Like something's been dragging you under, towing you under. And if you're fighting the energy too much, instead of just kind of floating along, looking for the opportunity, right? Limitations inspire innovations. Give it a moment for you to be able to get to the part where you can see your way clear to make a change, the necessary change that helps you to elevate to the next step. So we have here the card of Earth and the cards of Soul Retrieval. I do want to invite you to come over to Facebook. I post there every day. I get really into the astrology there. But because Venus is doing a major retrograde in Leo, starting around June 5th or 6th, depending where you are, and ending on about the 1010 gateway with that 8-8 gateway in between, we're going to be working with her and taking this journey where we're going to be doing a bit of soul retrieval and empowerment and calling our energy back in. So I invite you to go check that out. The link is in the description box below to get over to my Facebook group. Just go in there, check it out, see what you think. I'd love to see you there. So you have the card of Earth. Earth represents the gift of life. The symbol on this card refers to the body of the planet Earth, the human body, and nature herself. We are reminded by the symbol that all creatures are born of the earth, and human beings are the stewards of all life on this planet. It refers to what we make of it. Our health, wealth, security, grounding, solidity, whatever, and stability. It reminds us that the world is a form, the world of form is a gift from spirit and needs to be treated with respect. And so that new moon and Taurus energy really being blasted out at us, right? When the earth symbol appears, it represents a need to focus on reverence and appreciation for the natural gifts that are coming to you now and always. So this right here, the synergy and gratitude. So when you see the things lining up, make sure to take a moment to thank the spirit guide team for helping to bring things into balance for you, right? That cosmic justice. So the concrete world you inhabit is by the grace of spirit, and you are a part of it. Much can be accomplished now when you focus on compassion, reverent service to the world, right? That balance, the give and the take. That 6 of Pentacles seems very, very important here in order to get to the 10. You've got the 6, you have this nice progression. You kind of leap over the difficult ones of the 5 and the 7, and you go 6, 8, 10. Okay, so leaps and bounds is what it feels like. Leaps and bounds of an opportunity for you coming up. Okay, so much can be accomplished. All right, if you act with integrity, gratitude, and humility, you will find yourself more prosperous than you ever imagined. Success is assured when the earth appears as an invitation. And then you have soul retrieval. That's calling in your power. Okay, soul retrieval is the practice that helps you recover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, your innocence, something that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recover from hurts and heal our childhood wounds, which is what we are currently as a collective doing while that North Node is moving through Aries with Chiron in it, but also right here you have, this is the thing you're seeking knowledge on, the release and the recovery, the Three of Swords energy through this transformation. So this is totally where this energy is. If this is not resonating, this is why we check out our sun, moon, and rising, right? Okay, so later we learn to journey to recover our original nature, the self that never left the Garden of Eden, our light by being self, our co-creator self, our God self. So who still speaks to the rivers, the trees, and the gods? When we return to Eden, we are whole again. You are no longer fragmented. You are one with creation. You have healed the cause of pain you feel, so you do not need to dwell on it any longer. Really, it is true. So you are being asked, when did you compromise what you truly believed to be loved or accepted by someone? Wow. When did you compromise what you truly believed in to be loved or accepted by someone? Where did you give away your power? You're being asked to think about that. Think it back over it. That's part of this soul retrieval process. This is part of this empowerment energy we're going to have as Venus trines what's going on over there in Aries. And so there is this unwinding of the old stories and retrieving our power. So vow to never compromise your integrity again. What you have agreed to in the name of love that you know was deeply wrong, you can make it right in an instant. You can reclaim your power. You can stake your claim. And so that is this Eight of Feathers. You are not stuck. You just need to innovate your way out. And the way you are going to do this is by committing and being determined to move on your path and call back your power. There's a very powerful energy that comes with this Eight of Pentacles. And you're moving toward the Ten of Pentacles, really having it all. So this is a really great opportunity for growth here. So where are you stuck? And can you find a way to start calling back some of your power by making some kind of a change, a small change? When it's the mouse, it's a small change. It's one thing after another. It's one step after the other. It's moving forward, but it's progress. So really some very empowering reading for you. I hope you find it helpful. I would love when you guys leave your comments and you let me know what's going on in your journey. I truly appreciate that. I really appreciate you sharing that with me. And then what you're doing helps others to see they're not alone in their journey. And that's how we build community here. And I really appreciate that. You guys take really great care. And I'll see you back here again soon.